Okay, so we're just going to do a quick video of how to put Brody in the crate. We also just practiced it on a separate video so he kind of knows what to expect here. But you'll see that I get him on leash. He has to be on leash before he's going in, and I would also recommend putting him on leash before you get him out. So of course he's going to be super excited, so there's a protocol to doing this. You don't want him resisting going in, and you don't want him to be bursting out or bursting in and resisting coming out. Either or, you don't want that to happen, whether he's too quick to go in, too quick to come out, or slow to go in and slow to come out. So what we're going to do is help him with the leash, because unless he knows the word, it's very hard to give him direction, and we do not want to use food and put food in here to bribe him to go in. So we want him to go in just because of the pressure of the leash or the guidance of the leash, until we see that he's being very reliable with the command. You'll see that when I start leading him in, I'm going to pair it with the word in, and you can say go in, you can say in, you can say kennel up, you can say crate. Just keep it kind of simple, and what I want to do is just have him calmly go in. If he puts the brakes on, I would continue with the pressure. This is just actually the loop of the leash, so it's not even a collar, a training collar, but you would want to definitely use a leash or have a collar on him to access him a little bit better, put him in there before you remove it. You absolutely want to remove collars when they're in the crate, just in case. It's a good protocol to follow. So what I'm going to do is Brody in, so he goes in. Again, he might go in faster, he might go in slower for you, he might try to test you, but you can close this door very soon after. So you see that he sits, which is great. Now, what I would do is, that's when you reach in here, take the collar off, and ensure that he's still staying. If he tries to get out, you actually just close the door until you can safely and easily get his collar off. And then you would set this like this. So you see he's a little bit, he's a little bit timid about it, a little bit suspicious, which is fine because it's a noisy thing, but it's also, he needs to learn to relax in this confined environment. You can put something over top. You just want to make sure they can't pull it in, so you can put like a cardboard slat on top, and then if it has a lip on it, you can put a sheet or a blanket and it will fold down. You don't have to cover it fully, but it is nice to have something on top that he cannot reach and pull in. So when you come home, if he is getting very excitable and he's making noise, like screaming, because you know how he is to get excited, you can actually come over and say no, shh, or quiet, and you can give the crate a little tap here or here, which would be it's a very non-negotiable communication. Do not get to that state of mind. It's not healthy, especially when he's in this like boxed in situation and you have to let him out. You can use this to help regulate his state of mind by not allowing him to come out unless he's calm. So how you do that, which you probably won't see it here, because for one, he's not excited. For two, he already practiced this in a previous session that we just did. You're going to open the door, and if he goes to get out, you're going to close it. And if you can open it like this, I don't want you to open it super slow and say wait, wait, wait. We're not talking to him this whole entire time. The most I will say is nope and close it, and the most I'll say is good when he gives eye contact. Good boy, good boy. Now it's easy for him to be jumping to the conclusion that good boy means come out, but it doesn't. Also, same with putting a collar on him, which again, I would recommend doing this, having a leash here and doing this, because what you want, good boy, is to have access to him when he comes out. I don't want him shooting out and going crazy, because then that defeats the purpose of having him in here in the first place. You're going to have to do, again, right now I haven't said any word. He's very smart. He knows. He should pick this up very quickly, because, you know, he has been in the crate before, but it's been a while. And I know when I did it with him, this is how we did it. So he knows. But again, you can see the door's open. I have the leash. I'm even doing this direction, and he's holding himself. That's perfect. That's how you want it. Now, the only thing you want him to come out for is when you say, Brody, let's go. And then you help him. You see he comes out a lot slower, and then if he was this calm, which I don't expect him to be this calm when he comes out, but you can actually give him a massage and pet him, and you can just give him this, keep him with you and just give him this affection. If he is getting all over you, you actually would get him down to a sit. Good. And then you would have him calm down. So it's calm in here, calm out. There's no release where it's like, okay, let's go. Like, you don't want to do that. Also, you want to make sure that he does know what let's go is and what it means by using the leash. So we'll do it again. Brody, in. Nope, in. So I marked the word nope for, again, it was very soon, but you saw that when he decided not to go in. So I said nope, and I repeated it once, and I made sure he was going to go in that next time. You take the leash off, doesn't mean he can come out. That's how you would do it. Again, like I said, cover it up, eventually maybe be able to put something in. For him, obviously, he is, he'll destroy or he'll pick apart stuff, which could be bad if he ingests that. Don't worry about him. You don't have to tell him sit. You don't have to tell him down. Again, if he ever barks in here or whines to get out, you're going to say nope, and then you're going to follow through by giving the crate a tap, a firm tap, or a tap on top or on the side. Either or, you want to give it a good tap so it makes a noise. I can demonstrate this after. The whole thing is to interrupt him from that behavior. Again, just because the door is open doesn't mean he comes out. I don't tell him stay. I don't tell him sit. I don't tell him wait. Good boy. There's the eye contact. Good boy. So I'll show you. He might cue on it or he might not. If he doesn't, then I'll have to help him and I'll show you how if you didn't have a leash. Brody, let's go. Here you go. So he already has that. Good boy. Good boy. So that's just as much as I would do. You see, it's good for him to go in. He's not in trouble. And it's good for him to come out, but I'm not going to overdo it. So this is very relaxing for him, and I'm not saying, wow, good job, like anything like that. You actually don't want him to associate, I'm trapped, I have to be quiet, but when I get out, I go crazy, because that is not what you want. You want to maintain the same state of mind in here, bring it out, maintain it, and then you'll have a much calmer, happier dog who can greet you, and instead of you having to ignore him. So I'm going to just do a demonstration here. Beep, beep, Brody. Good boy. Let's say you put him in here, and let's say he starts whining or barking, and it's escalating. You would go, no. Same here, no. 1 to 3 seconds after you say no, you can apply this no. Just like that. You can see it's just a flat of my hand. It's not hurt. Even if you tap this like that, it's going to make a noise. He will be inside. He doesn't have to see you. You could have it half covered. You could have it fully covered. It doesn't matter. I don't care if he does see you. He's not going to be scared of your hand anymore. What it is you're pairing the word no with the escalation of anxiety and whining. And what happens is that next time you probably won't even have to tap this. You just say no. Sometimes people will do this 2 to 5 times, and that's it. The dog will never whine in the crate again. So it's just an easy way to tell them, hey, knock it off. Don't escalate. Don't be worried about being in here. It's not a bad place. It's also not something that the dog has to be super excited about. It's just very neutral. We do this for their safety and for their calm state of mind. But we want to make sure that this isn't trapped and this doesn't mean escape. So if you shove him in or push him in or force him in where you do 100% and take his state of mind and push him in physically, then you close the door and then he is trapped then because he has no other option. So you make sure he goes in on his own with a little bit of leash pressure and the word in. Close the door, just remain calm, fix it all up. When you open it, again, like I said, just a recap, this doesn't mean he gets to go out. So you're actually flipping his psychological process and for him to think, wait a second, it's open, but I still can't go out. That must mean I'm not trapped. So again, if he's going to try to sneak out before, you close it and just wait. Take your time. Be patient. Don't talk to him. That's the biggest thing. Don't talk to him. Don't tell him what to do. let him figure it out and just use the door and the word nope, and then use his eye contact. Good, good, good. Wait, you can put his leash on, or again, you could help him. Let's go, and bring him out here, and just make sure that you still maintain that calmness, because this is not something for him to feel stressed about. He might look subdued. He might look more calm. Don't interpret that as upset in any way. He's not upset. It's just a layer of pressure that creates a different state of mind in him, and you want him to be able to go into here and relax and then come out and be more relaxed instead of making a big deal about him going in or coming out. But keep up those protocols, the great protocols that I just showed you, and within a week or two you should see that it's just second nature for him to go in and relax and then come out on your command and relax. Great.